Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're not new here. My name is Laura, and I wanted to pull out this embroidery project I started about 6 years ago. It's based off of another artist by the name of Jian Guo, who has done a bunch of these like Lord of the Rings and fantasy fan art. And so I really liked this one, and I drew it out and started embroidering it, but I never finished it. So here we are. I've actually managed to fill in the trees at this point, this clip, but I want to finish the entire thing and make it into a back patch. I think that would be awesome. So, yeah, that's what I have been working on diligently. I filled in the water here, the rest of the trees, and some of the clouds, and I'm filling in the main statues. On camera, I feel like at this point it looks pretty good. I worry a little about some of the colors that I chose here, but I have to trust the process. I'm going to keep going. Spoiler alert, I don't actually finish this in this video. This is going to have to be a two-parter because this whole thing took a lot longer than I was expecting, but also I could only do it in short periods because my hands would start to hurt. So I would take breaks reading, and that pile of books in the background is there to remind me of books that I want to talk to you about. So while you watch this, let's talk about books. So the first book I want to talk about is a graphic novel that was published by DC Comics, Zatanna, the Jewel of Gravesend, by Alys Arden and Jacquelin Deleon, which Jacquelin does have a YouTube channel, and I have been a fan of her channel and her artwork for many, many years. So when I found out that she was able to begin working with like a big time company like DC, that was really exciting. And so I've been waiting for this one to come out for a while now. So yeah, I would highly recommend. I will link her channel down below. It was really actually cute. Now, although I'm into comics, I have not read a lot of the like superhero-y stuff, although I am more into DC than Marvel. I don't know actually a lot about Zatanna. And so it was nice to have this one. I'm not sure what the original origin story for her is, but this is basically an origin story, and I thought it was really well done. There is, character development, but still whimsy, and of course the artwork is beautiful as always. So if you're interested in graphic novels, read it. One of the other graphic novels, it's actually a manga that I enjoyed in the past 2 weeks, is called Box of Light. I read volume 1. It's by, I'll put down the titles and the authors below, but basically it's a convenience store that is in between worlds, in between life and death, basically. And so it follows little stories of the customers going in and the employees who work there, and the darkness beyond the convenience store. And it's cute and dark, and I love those kinds of stories. So that was a lot of fun. And I might have to go in search of volume 2 because I really, really liked it. I have a huge list of, not even a list, just like a stack of books, because I like to buy books. So I've bought books over the years, and I enjoy reading and whatever. I'm trying to get back into reading and reading more, but obviously I only have so much time, and I also like to make things like what you're watching. So, balance, but I did manage to read, and it really got me sucked in. Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. Um, it is a novel. It's actually written like diary form, which when I started reading, I was like, ugh, yes, because I love fictionalized like journal books. Always have. I think the American History Journal series, or I don't even know if it was American History, but there was a journal series when I was little reading. Anyway, this book is like an apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic um, tale. It's heavy for sure, but there's I'm so glad that I read it. It was so well done, and I don't know. It gave me hope somehow in the midst of everything that happens. Like it's a really dark not that we aren't living in dark times, but it did. It was it actually, I don't know, removed some sort of like weight or something. Um, I would highly recommend. It was a good read. I'm glad that I read it. But it was heavy, and so like the first half of the book, I did have to take breaks. So I would like read a little bit and then embroider and then read and then embroider, and it worked out that well. Or it worked out, yeah, it worked out that way. I feel like I had and wanted to say more about Parable of the Sower. It is definitely a book that I think at some point I will want to reread. So I actually do own it, and I'm planning on keeping it. Um, but if you are into reading in general, maybe check it out. I got sucked into book talk as well, so which has been fun. I don't plan on reading all of the books that Book Talk or Book YouTube recommends, but I love when people tell me plot lines of movies and TV shows. Like, I don't necessarily want to watch all of the movies and TV shows. I just want someone else to tell me what's happening so I can understand the references. Like, if somebody could do that for me for Stranger Things, that would be fantastic, because I don't know that I could actually sit through it. There's something about it that just is like giving me an anxiety. I want to know what happens. So I need somebody to tell me the entire plot line of Stranger Things, please, and then I can watch it maybe. Or not, if somebody does a good enough job. But that being said, I did watch some book plotline movies, and one of them was so good that I actually had to go out and buy the 3 books that are in like part of the series, the 3 books that I was interested in anyway, from the characters in the plot movie or video that I watched. I'll put it down below. I'll link the video down below. But ooh, I need to make a note so I remember all of these links that I'm gonna put in this video. Anyway, it's A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sara J. Maas, and I did listen to the Crescent City videos. Like the plotline videos that Carrie can read, I believe is her channel. She did the whole like spoilers and all, perfect, loved it. But Crescent City wasn't as interesting to me. It didn't make me like, I'm glad that I listened to the story. It was interesting to listen to the plotline, but it didn't make me want to go read it. But A Court of Thorns and Roses did. So I actually chugged the first book in the 3 that I got. I don't really care about the secondary characters. But I got A Court of Thorns and Roses. I got, oh gosh, where's the other one? Something about Mist and Fury, and then the Wings and something. I'm part of the way through Mist and Fury, and honestly, this is the book that I got the whole series for, because the plot line for this book was just like, oh yes, I want to go on this ride. And honestly, it was a nice, like, it's been a nice ride and roller coaster and breather almost from the Parable of the Sower. So, yeah, I'm not sorry for reading these books, and I'm having a blast. If you're into fantasy and a little bit of spice, these books are fun. What can I say? Uh, I the Sara J. Maas books, and well, I guess it's not just hers, but for like I'm devouring them so quickly that it's got me like super excited to devour the rest of the stack of unread books that I have both on my bookshelf and on any spare space I have. So uh I like the idea of being able to like talk about what I'm reading, while also showing off what I'm doing. So, you might get more of that. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. So, yeah, I want to, in the end, with this project, like I said, I want to turn it into a back piece for maybe like a jean jacket. Once all the color is filled in, I'm planning on embroidering the lines with gold, and then the statue lines in black, just so that they stand out a little. I really feel like I have to trust the process. I have to trust the process. The colors that I picked for the stone, tonally, they're all very similar. So, like, if I were to put them in black and white, I don't know how much of a difference you would really see with the colors that I picked. But there weren't also a lot of options that I had available. I did actually have to go out and get those colors because even in the stash that I had, I didn't have adequate colors for what I wanted, I guess. Like, I didn't have any grays or anything along these lines because I generally like to gravitate towards bright colors. So this will be interesting. I think that the black lines around will help a lot in the end. Yeah, I'm still working on it. I'm trucking along. And yeah, you will see the process in part 2. Which I'm hoping won't be too far off from this video. So if you're excited to see how this ends, it should be hopefully the next video. I'm definitely enjoying embroidering, and I have so many other embroidery projects that I want to do now. But yeah. I will likely take a break from embroidering after this. I realized that I filmed myself undoing a knot. This will be the rest of the video. Yeah, so, like or subscribe if you want to, join me, while I try to use up the supplies that I have around the house and avoid spending money. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. I'm just gonna let the clip play out, so I got nothing else to say. Yeah. See you next video. All right, bye.